back for another short video. My 2014 Ram behind me here has been throwing an intermittent check engine light. Goes off on, off on, off on. It's been doing it for about a week. And I lose all my boost when it is on, so I wanted to get to the bottom of it. So let's check it out. So I did some digging, and what I come up with, a lot of people have been having trouble with the turbo speed sensor, so I went ahead and pulled all this off. And down here, top of the turbo, right back in there, where that little bolt is, right behind the oil feed line, is the sensor. You see a little wire coming down, goes up underneath the turbo, and goes out right here. So what I ended up doing is I took my multimeter, and there's two posts on this connector, so it should be pulling between 600 and 1600 ohms. I put to it and I have an open circuit, so that's definitely bad. So that's gonna be a slight hefty repair bill. I think just the sensor is about 200 bucks. Gino's Garage, I think, had it for like 187. So, my air filter needed replaced too, pretty bad. It had, you know, about 10,000 miles on it, but wow, it's dirty. Check this thing out. Well, not too bad on top, right? But then, flip that sucker over, and wow, looks like I've been driving in the desert. That's bad. So I'm gonna run over to Dodge here in a few minutes to grab a new filter. I don't have time to order it. It's like $20 cheaper on Gino's Garage. But yeah, like I said, I don't have time for that. I gotta get this replaced. I don't want this to go back in there. But yeah, I mean, overall, it's been a pretty damn good truck for me. I haven't really had any problems with it. When I first got it, probably the first few thousand miles, I did have the DEF issues that a lot of people are having. I kept getting the light and then telling me I can only go so many miles. And it took like two trips to the dealer. Of course, they want to flash the ECU all the time instead of actually fixing anything, so they ended up doing that, and then they just ended up replacing the sending unit in the DEF tank, and or sensor sending unit. I can't remember. I have to look at my paperwork, but and I haven't had any problems with it since. But other than that, it's, like I said, it's been a good truck. But now I didn't expect a damn turbo sensor to go out on it. That kind of sucks. So, I'm gonna have to order that and drive this thing around until that comes in, and then throw that thing on there. Hopefully that solves my problem, which I'm pretty sure it will. And then hopefully I'm problem free for a while. I do have a bunch of stuff on order for this thing. I was going to order the air filter, but I need it now, so that's not going to be on there. But I got shocks coming, pre-filter for the fuel tank, also regular filter, all the trans filters. So I'm just right around 60,000, and I keep up on the maintenance on this thing, but now it's time for a bunch of shit. So once all that stuff comes in, I'll get a video of me throwing this stuff on there, and we could do a Dodge Ram video instead of a shitty Mercedes video. Okay, not a shitty car. It's actually a pretty damn nice car. But yeah, and from my other videos, I still haven't got it running the best. I did a trigger point, you know, the adjustments and everything. It really didn't do too much of a difference. It still idles like shit, and I don't know. I got it narrowed down to three things. It's either going to be trigger points, ECU. I got a coil on order, so once that coil comes in here, try that. If it's not that, then I'm leaning towards trigger points or ECU, because of all the tests that I've done, you know, including the map sensor, everything checks out. So I'll get another video of that thing here soon. and hopefully I can get it running good. And maybe you guys out there that have these Mercedeses, these older SEs and SELs, you know, having the same problems, maybe it'll give you a good idea about what's up with yours, or at least help you figure out what's wrong with it, and you can get yours fixed too without spending a boatload of money throwing parts at it, trying to fix this and that, just taking guesses. So, alright, till next time. Don't forget to like and subscribe, or if you hate my videos, don't forget to hate and subscribe. So, hey, leave some comments if you're up to it, and let me know what you think. Alright, today a few parts came in, so I'll be working on the Ram today. Not everything came in, but a couple of things that I really need now. Turbo speed sensor, which I absolutely need to replace right now. So there's that. It's funny, Dodge wanted $360 for this same exact speed sensor. I went ahead and went to Cummins, and I got it for, I think it was like $147. So like Dodge has about 150% cost markup. And then also I got my crankcase filter in, and then I got two with my Bilsteins in. These are the 5100s. These are the backs. Still waiting on the fronts, so I'm not going to mess with shocks today. I don't want to just put two on. I want to put them all on at once. So once the other two come in, I'll put all four on. So today is going to be crankcase filter and turbo speed sensor. Alright, so first things first, crankcase filter, which this needs to come off, this whole piece, and then crankcase filter is underneath here. So bolts, around, pop this off. So let me put this down so I can use two hands. Okay, engine cover is off. So now we got these bolts. Alright, so we got all these bolts off, so now basically, here it is. So, when you have this piece right here holding on, alright, so let me use both hands here, get this out, replaced, and put it back together. Okay, so here's the new one. Just pop straight out, and then take the old one out, and then just pop that one back in. Pretty simple. Okay, and there we have it. Valve cover, or cover back on. Just got to make sure that you don't get any dirt underneath when you're taking it all apart. So you just clip, go back in here. This one back here. Cover back on. Oops, sorry. Alright, this is definitely not easy doing with one hand. Okay, now I just got to torque these down, and that's done, and then it's time for the speed sensor. So here's the old one I got out of there. wasn't horrible. Where's it? I really can't see. And this is a 67,500 mile change. You'll have a light come on. It says see dealer or perform service. I can't remember, one of the two. And then you'll also need to do an EGR cleaning, which I haven't got around to yet, which honestly I think my EGR is going to disappear. So there's that. Alright, let me get to this turbo speed sensor next. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and pull the airbox and filter and everything just to give myself some more room. I got this clamp loose, this one, the one down at the turbo. Most of the time, this clamp down here, if you can see it, it's stuck pretty good. It has a like a rubber stop on it to where you can't like crimp the clamp and slide it down and get it off. So what I do, just to make it a little easier, is I pull it off right here at the filter. You got to wiggle it a little bit to get it past all this stuff. I'm taking the airbox tube out, but it gets all that shit out of the way, so that's cool. So I got this popped. Oh, this is so hard to do with one hand. Filter looks good. Yeah. Hopefully looks good. It's gonna be dirty like the one I took out of here. Oh yeah, looking good. Alright, so I'm going to use two hands on this. I'll get this apart and I'll be back. The assembly comes out. Like I said, you got to wiggle a little bit to get it, you know, the whole hose assembly out, but it gets all that shit out of the way. Alright, start working on that. Okay, so basically, speed sensor is back here. So, wire comes down, around, hooks into there. The new speed sensor comes with new clamps, so I can, you know, pop that clamp, and then the one underneath here, and then get to it. It's a little tough to get to, but not impossible, so let me get this going. Okay, so here's the speed sensor wire, runs up into here. I went ahead and took the little clamp off down here. Did a good number on the harness. That clamp was pretty tight. And then this one here, right here, this one just pops off, and then there's another one right over here. You just push in, pull out, it comes off. Our bolt for the speed sensor, I don't know if you can see it, is way back here. I think that's an 8mm. So focus. So we'll get this, and then pull this thing out. I'm going to test it again with the multimeter. Last time I tested it, it was an open circuit. It was working intermittently. Now the check engine light's staying on constantly, so we should still show an open circuit. Alright, so new speed sensor. Here's the old one. Just did another check with the multimeter and it's all over the place. It won't hold a steady reading. So I'm pretty sure this is my problem. So put this one back in, or get it in. Wrap it all back together and hopefully that fixes my no turbo problem. Alright, got the new speed sensor in place. Cummins was nice enough to give me a new bolt with the thread locker on it. You'll get that with your speed sensor. So definitely a two-hand job getting that on, and then I got to route the wire back down around the turbo, put it all through the clamps, and then I'm going to zip tie that back like they had it, and I should be good. There we go, fun part's all done. So the speed sensor's in, routed down into that clamp, around, and then into that one under the turbo, and then I got it re-zip tied and hooked back up. So, put the gearbox back on. Okay, so we got everything buttoned back up. Going to start, and hopefully my check engine light's gone. Okay, so our check engine light's still there. Maybe do a reset on it and hopefully it doesn't come back. Here for a while it was going on and off, on and off. Who knows, maybe I'll get home, hop in it, and it'll be off and stay off. I don't know, we'll see. Either way, it'll still have a code and ECU, so do a reset on it and hope for the best. Thanks for watching.